Hi, and welcome to the Law Says podcast, where no legal jargons are used. We simply explain the law in theory. Please note that the views and opinions that I share in this video do not constitute legal advice. My name is Neo Drane and I am your host. So today we're going to have an interesting topic, right, where a freedom of expression turns into a legal action. Okay, so oftentimes, we like to say, my phone, my rules. I can post whatever I like. I can repost, I can retweet. But be mindful that that can land you in hot water. Okay, so the law says in section 16(1) of the Constitution that everyone has the right to freedom of expression. That is the freedom to receive information, to impart information or ideas, to artistic creativity as well, or academic research, right? And what I love about this right per se is that it allows us to have opinions. It allows us to criticize, to have political sayings, and without the fear of retaliation, without the fear of facing a legal sanction, right? However, this right is not absolute, right? It has got limitations, and that is why subsection 2 of section 16, it says that the right does not extend to advocacy of hatred, right, based on ethnicity, race, gender, and so forth. And that's when you get yourself facing, defamation of character. So what is defamation of character? Defamation of character, it is the unlawful and intentional publication of a statement about another person and that harms that person's reputation, right? Okay, so with defamation of character, meaning that you're damaging the other person's name, image, reputation. And when I say persons, this also include companies, businesses, and organizations as well. What the courts will look at to determine whether there was indeed a defamation of character is that they're going to look at the fact that there was a publication of a statement, that publication of a statement was communicated to the third party. So the third party is someone other than the person whose name is being damaged. Third, that the statement is false, and fourth, that the statement has harmed the other person. Okay, so now maybe you can ask yourself, or you will ask yourself that, but what happens if the statement is true but it still harms the other person's reputation? You might still be found liable. Okay, why? Because not only must the statement be true, but the statement must be of public interest. Right, of public interest, meaning it has the public benefit. It benefits the community, it benefits maybe their safety or the government. So let's make an example. Where the statement is true and it is of public interest, and where the statement is true but it is not of public interest, right? So let's say, for example, there is an MEC who has been entrusted with the community's money, maybe for certain development within the community, and then the MEC, instead of doing what he's supposed to do, goes and spends the money however way he wants, right? And when he gets back, obviously whatever is it that he was supposed to do is not done. Now you go on social media or on newspapers and you start writing that the MEC stole the money, he did this, he did that. Obviously, whatever is it that you're saying, it is true, because that's what he did. He's misused the public money or the community's money, to say, right? It is true, and it is of public interest. Why? Because whatever is it that he was supposed to do was going to benefit the community, and he must be held accountable, right? Now let's say you disclose someone's medical condition. How is that of public interest? How is it going to benefit the community that someone is maybe sick or someone has a certain medical condition? It does not benefit the community in any way. Hence, even if the statement is true, you are still going to be found liable for defamation of character. And I think what is most important is the fact that not only has the person's reputation been damaged, but his or her right to dignity, like his dignity, is being compromised. And that is one of the most things that the court looks at as human dignity. So the law says in section 10 that everyone has the right to human dignity, right, to be respected, to be valued. And if you are going to say something really bad about another person, well, how are they going to face the world the next day? Hence, you have to make sure that whatever statement you put out, it is true and it is of public interest. And if it is so, like true and in the public interest, you can get away with defamation of character and other grounds in which you can get away with defamation of character if you made a fair comment, right? So a fair comment is that you have, maybe someone posted something, right, that defames another person's character, and you wrote your own opinion on that statement. If the statement is true and again of public interest, your opinion will not land you in hot water. Another way is if maybe the person that you have defamed has consented to you actually saying whatever that you said. That way the court will look at the person and be like, but you consented, like what's the use of you coming here? Because you have actually given the person a go ahead to say something about you. Or if you have published something but you are not aware of the contents. For example, let's say you distribute newspapers. You distribute newspapers, but you're not aware of what is inside that newspaper, only to find out that what is inside is actually defamatory. If you can prove that you did not know, and there was no reasonable doubt that you could have known that there was a defamatory statement or a defamatory picture, it can be a picture, it can be a statement in that newspaper, then you won't be found liable. Last but not last is if you have retracted, meaning that maybe you have posted and then you deleted whatever is it that you posted. This one will not let you free. Like it won't entirely set you free. You will still be liable, but the damage may be less. And that is the end of our episode today. So we must always be mindful of what we post, how we post it, and we must always make sure that whatever we post are facts, and that fact is of public interest, not just because it is gossip or it is entertaining, because that will land you in hot water. You will end up paying for damages Okay, so that is the end of our episode today. I hope you like, subscribe, comment, and see you next time. Bye.